Oh, you guys are still here. Yeah, that's good. No, it's fine. It's fine. Welcome everyone to the Merciful Metal channel. My name is Thomas, and the previous video was a huge update of some original presses that I picked up over the past few months, and this is a part 2. I got 8 more records to show. It's not a lot, but quality over quantity. And in the background we are spinning some quality heavy metal. We're listening to Sound Barrier Total Control from 1983. This is, I believe, the first all-black heavy metal band. There you go, there are the boys. Or at least the first all-black heavy metal band with an album on a major label. But anyway, that's what we're listening to in the background. These guys are fantastic. If you don't know these guys, well, you're gonna hear it in the background. Great record. They have some more. So yeah, just continuing on the topic of original records or original presses that I picked up over the past few months. If you haven't seen the previous video, check it out. There's some good stuff in here. I got this little devil with me. There's also some good stuff in here, so let's just get right into it. This is Annihilated, created in hate. 1988. I knew that. This is UK thrash metal. I always thought these guys were from Texas, but I think I am confused with another band somewhere in the trance of Annihilated, Annihilator. But this is their debut album. They have another one after this. This is an original press on the Metal Works label. And Steamhammer, there you go. It's like C-tier thrash, not only because of how well known it is, but also quality. And I do like myself some shit quality, you know that. And this really helps me with that. It is quite a shitty album, production, songwriting, but it is fun thrash metal. You know, these guys liked thrash, wanted to play it themselves. A little devil. But yeah, this is a, I guess, decent effort to playing some thrash metal. It's nothing to write home about, and in fact I can say that the best thing of this record is the cover art. It is, I love this cover art, the colors. It's pretty simple, still very cool. But yeah, low budget thrash metal, I'll call it. And if I'm in the mood, I'm all in for it. So there you go. And from Annihilated, we go to Quality. From Annihilated from UK, we go to Annihilator from Canada. This is their second album, Neverland. I prefer the debut, how cliche it is to say, but this is a very good record. I mean, I don't have to tell you about this album, we all know it. He is being fucking annoying. Before he knocks the camera over. Annihilator, Neverland. Again, I'm really getting distracted. But this record needs no introduction, and I already did have a copy in my collection, a Music on Vinyl reissue, but I did manage to find an original Roadrunner in my local shop, so I switched them up. There you go. Ooh, he's gonna knock it over. Saved it. Next up, Simon, Down Under. This one is for you. He picked it up as well. Simon from Explosive Action. Fantastic guy. But here we have Hrex, Hate, Fear and Power. Mini album, full album, whatever you want to call their shit. This is the one from 1986. This is a Roadrunner issue, originally on Metal Blade. It's more common to find Roadrunner stuff here in Europe. Hrex, I don't think Hrex needs, again, also an introduction to most people. I think we've seen some Hrex, and if you don't know these guys, yeah, this is intense. It's thrash, but very, very hardcore. It's fast, chaotic, and the most interesting part is the vocalist, Caton W. Caton. That guy, he still looks like a little baby there, but that is one of the most metal guys you'll ever find or see around. Yeah, chaotic. I should close my door next time when I'm filming. Hrex, I'm really losing my train of thought. He's annoying. He just woke up from his little sleep, from his little kitten nap. Hrex is just great second tier thrash, very hardcore-ish. Original inner. Fantastic stuff. This record is over in a heartbeat. It's fast, it's quick. There are like 8 songs on here, but it's, I think, about 20 minutes, 25, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just fast, chaotic, even almost like blast beat territory here. The high soaring vocals of Caton are just an interesting take on the thrash or hardcore thrash they play. Love this album. Next up, another thrash classic. Overkill, Under the Influence, again needs no introduction. I've never really seen an original come by here in the Netherlands, and they're not really that hard to find, let's be honest, but I never managed to do so. Earlier this year I found an original copy of God damn it, Years of Decay, and when I found that, I sold my Overkill Atlantic Years box set, so now I'm just scraping together some of the leftovers that I still want, like Under the Influence. Does not need an introduction. Overkill with the original inner. There you go. I think the strange thing is, I believe this is a Canadian press, a Megaforce Atlantic press, but from what I looked up, it seems to be a Canadian press, which is a little strange finding it here in Europe, but whatever, I'm all for it. Next up, God damn it, you little annoying shit. Yeah, that's right. Some stuff from my home country. Martyr. These guys, fantastic. This record, fantastic. For the Universe from 1985. Again, this one was in my collection already, but it was a high roller repress or reissue. Managed to find an original here. Again, locally, fantastic. Most of these, well, pretty much all of these were found locally, which is fantastic. I talked about it in the previous video as well. Sometimes local shops just get in these fantastic metal hauls, and there's amazing stuff in here. Probably sad because someone had to sell their collection due to, mostly you see it if someone passes away or due to debt or something, or they just don't care anymore, but who knows. All that I see is that there is some fantastic stuff in the record shop. Martyr from the Netherlands. This is speed power metal from, like I said, 1985. Really check out this album. It is such a good album. It is a little rough around the edges. It has like that old school, not perfect production, but that really gives this album its own atmosphere. If you want to know what these guys sound like, check out the song Speed of Samurai. Fantastic. If that song does not convince you, then whatever. But it is a fantastic speed metal album from my own country, the Netherlands. Fantastic. Next up, again, some Canadian stuff. He is really interested in the record. That's funny as hell. Canadian heavy metal. Exciter, Long Live the Loud. Most of these I don't feel like I need to introduce these here. Exciter. I am not familiar with this album, but from what I've heard so far, it's just classic Exciter, classic speed metal, rough around the edges. Fantastic guys, who doesn't love some Exciter. did not have this album in my collection yet. I only have the first two, and Heavy Metal Maniac is my favorite of these guys. Love that album. But I saw this one again locally, what I just talked about, and I thought, let's just pick it up. Even though I was not familiar really with this album, can't go wrong. I've seen people talk about this album before, and I mean, it's Exciter again, speed metal. You know what you're gonna get. I think Simon from Down Under also showed this one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if not, you need this Simon. Exciter, what more to say? Gritty, nitty, speed metal. This is the inner sleeve. I don't really mind, or if I'm looking for records, I'm not really looking for records that have the inner sleeve. It's not like a bass for me, but if they are included, it is just that much better. But it's not like I'm going to reject an album because it doesn't have the inner, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, Exciter, Long Live the Loud, Roadrunner Press. There you go. Two left. These are fantastic. Flotsam and Jetsam, Doomsday for the Deceiver. An original, again, Roadrunner Press. The biggest gimmick of these guys, or at least this record, is Jason Newsted, of course. But besides that, fantastic fire stuff. Early Flotsam and Jetsam, just fantastic. Thrashy, soaring thrash metal. Love this album. It is actually the album that triggered my collection journey. It was on, it was a CD, the CD of this album, but when I saw this album in a record store, I couldn't believe it that I saw this album. You know, back then I only saw like Iron Maiden and Metallica in record stores or CD stores, and suddenly I saw this one, and that the rest is history. Already had this one in my collection as well, but again, a repress, I believe a 2014 press. But now, as you know, again, trying to switch in more of the reissue stuff for originals, and this is one of them, and I am so happy to have found an original one of this one, Roadrunner Press. Favorite song on here is Metal Shock, and I really love that song for the bass part of Jason Newsted. It is fantastic. But overall, I just love that song. Rest is fantastic as well. It is a fantastic record. I don't need to tell you guys this. Flotsam and Jetsam, Doomsday for the Deceiver. He is really enjoying it. And last, but certainly not least, I think you saw it already, an original press of one of the, if not best, thrash metal records ever laid upon this earth. Rain in Blood. Locally found for a ridiculous price, in a good way. Was very cheap. If you take a closer look, there is some pen markings and drawings, especially on the back. There's a lot on the back. I don't know if you can see it here and here. Whatever, the price was ridiculously cheap, especially if you look what it goes for on Discogs. Also came with the original inner, Def Jam lyrics. An original Rain in Blood. What more can I say? He likes it as well. Amazing, amazing local find for a ridiculously cheap price. It is crazy. You can see it has some wear and tear, but that's why I love the original presses. They really give character. What more can I say about this? What more can I say about this? I've been really enjoying this record a lot lately because I have the CD in my car and I just put it on, and when I'm at work it's done. It's that fast. I can listen to the album in one take, and that's what I love about this album. If you start to pick out these songs individually, they don't hit as hard as the complete album. I don't know if it's just me, but this album is really meant to be heard in one take. Angel of Death, classic. Altar of Sacrifice, Jesus Saves, love these as well. Rain in Blood, a little bit overrated, honestly, but still one fucking hell of an album. Original Press, Rain in Blood. Gonna end it here. The record is over. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Some fantastic stuff. A lot of classics, not so much underground stuff, but just replenishing reissues in my collection. Sometimes you stumble upon the classics, inevitable. But finding some of these classics on original vinyl is just fantastic. Fantastic. You've seen it. You've seen the records that I showed. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and say it with me. Bye.